Am intrat și la 6. Mama. N-ai putea să mă ajut cu telefonul tău.
Cu ce?
Să vezi dacă cumva comentează cineva.
Da, cum să nu?
Dar nu să deschid. Să intri pe aici. Sau aici sus. Aici să văd comentarii. Hi George, we start in a minute. I just prepared my suppliers. Welcome back to live streaming on YouTube channel. Hi George, we start in a minute. I just prepared my suppliers. We just need to be ready, guys. So welcome back to live streaming, live drawing. We draw in a normal speed, normal time. We carry on with Wanda portrait. So again, yesterday we were on this place. I didn't do nothing, so we can start to work together. Same steps. I am Raul and I have my own group on Facebook, Graphite Pencil by Raul Art. If you like, guys, to enjoy on my group and post your artwork if you're drawing, to draw together and enjoy of art of drawing. Let's carry on with this part of the eye, guys. Yesterday I showed very nice work on the other side. We don't need colored pencils today, at least for a while, because we're ready to carry on with the graphite. Also, we're working with cotton buds, same as yesterday, if you remember. I prepare some cotton buds here, just in case. It's better to have more than one, to work with the clean cotton buds always, if you remember. I'm looking to draw and work with clean suppliers. We carry on with this part of the top side of eyes. So today we're working on this part on Wanda portrait. So we do this part of the eye and hopefully we do the eyebrows for both eyes. Let's start and add some details on our paper. Thank you very much, Leanne. Welcome back to my live streaming. I know you don't speak English, but hopefully you will understand. O să scapăm de outline. Să deseneze și el. You have time to draw, no problem. Welcome back, Art by Sue. Let's draw together, guys. So I need to draw the arch for the nose, and I'm going with HB grade for the first layer, very light. If I have this arch already, I can add some more graphite to build the first layer. Uite că mă arată și mie aici jos, acum văd. Today we're working in layers, same as I did yesterday, guys, and we're working with small proportions of the paper, which is very helpful for details. In this way we not miss any detail. Welcome back, guys, to live drawing. We do the best to going every day to go with this portrait. I'm working on the other side of the eye. As I did yesterday on this part, we need to build another one this side. Same, we need to add graphite for the first layer. Remember the position of the pencil, and don't forget to cover your drawing with the blank paper. I'm working with my hands on the table, so it's not necessary for me. I'm using Graphgear 1000 HB grade for this part. As I told you yesterday, I'm going by circles. So I can imitate the realistic skin. For the second layer, we have already, as you can see. Also, I can add a little bit shade if I want, but I can go further and I add the last time the shade. But whatever you like, you can do the same, is the same. Let's add a bit shade. I'm using cotton buds. You can work in this part with blending stump also. And we shade a little bit the corner, build the arch of the eye. Thank you very much, guys, for your post yesterday, part of the portrait. I've seen George and Art by Sue. You worked with me, so well done, guys. Keep going, great job. We need a little bit more improvement, but it's okay. We all start from the beginning, isn't it? I'm coming with the same gray. To build the second layer. Because I need darker, I'm coming with more layers. As you can see, we already built a little bit shadows. Respecting the reference photo. George and Art by Sue, you told me yesterday you have different colored pencils. This is not a problem. You just try to find the closer color that you need. You don't need to work with special the name that I say in my video. I'm working with Prismacolor Premier and they are different. As you can see, slowly we adding the dark tone, changing the value of the skin. Guys, remember, if I'm not here at 6 o'clock sometime, it's no problem. That's mean we're coming a little bit late. Depend. But we'll be here every day or every night. I'm adding again shade by cotton buds, and let's see what's happened. This one helped me to see if I need to go darker or not. Of course, remember always, even if you work with graphite pencil, eraser or blending stump, try to clean always with a big brush. I'm using this big brush just to clean my paper. I can work now with the same part of the cotton buds because I'm working darker. So only I started this, so I'm using the same cotton buds part. As you can see, I'm going slowly from dark to light. We build first the arch, staying on the arch, and after that we're pushing a little bit graphite on the white side of the paper. Slowly we try to mix everything here, and for the lighter part we're adding eraser, don't worry. Because I'm looking for darker tone here, a little bit over the eye here and the corner, I'm changing the grade and I'm coming with 4B grade. For this I'm using Faber Castell 05 4B grade. I'm going same by circle, keep the pencil flat and bend in my palm. Now as you can see, the dark tone, it will changing. And also the value on the graphite. But I need a bit lighter on the top, so I'm not going too much with this grade over there. Only respecting the shadow. Big thank you guys yesterday for beautiful comments. I appreciate it very much. You told me I'm a very good teacher, so I respect this. I do my best to teaching you guys everything I know to upgrade the drawing skill. By small circles, I'm coming to add this small triangle in the corner of the eye. Prepare the skin for arch. Now this part I'm ready for smooth soft brush. I'm using this soft brush for the last time of smoothing the paper. I'm coming very light, and look at it, what's happened with the skin if I add this brush. Also, as you can see, I can mix together, building this necessary gradient. And I need to go with brush on the other side because the skin is still going. So my way to do is just push the graphite outside. This helped me to add a little bit tone, making the nose, finished part of the nose and the skin looking realistic. And I'm pushing on the other side, building this gradient. And I do the same for both parts, here and the corner. Just pushing this graphite mixed together with the first gradient made. In this way, guys, we can do the perfect image. And the look of the eye. We're going further now. We're adding a little bit shadow on this part. I'm staying on this smooth soft brush because I used to work on a dark tone. I have already a few graphite on my pencil, on my brush, so I can use this, adding lighter tone. If you try this way, you will see how easy you can add a little bit tone without the pencil. Only use the graphite who's on the brush. But this is only for the first layer, so we need to come in with more graphite later. This is only to build the expression of the face. We need to be careful how is the expression. If he's happy, if he's angry, if he's thinking, we need to add all necessary details. I push a little bit graphite from dark to light here, so I can carry on with the skin. As I told you, if we need darker, we carry on with the darker grade. For the moment, I just try to play with this graphite from my brush. I will upload tonight again where we are, how much we draw today, so you will see the next step on my Facebook group and also on Raul Art. Let's add a little bit graphite, HB grade, carry on with this part. Also, we don't forget about the details of eyelashes. Now it's time to add more shadows on this arch of the nose. Of course, we have the shape already made by brush, and it's very easy now to carry on. If I'm looking for darker, I'm coming one more layer only on this side. Build the necessary shadows. And we finish a little bit with the skin in this part. I'm starting from dark to light. You need to be very focused on the reference photo, also to your drawing, guys, as I always do. And now slowly I'm adding some graphite, carry on with the part for the skin, and looking for the shadows. So this is my original way to work, guys. As you can see, I'm never rushing my work. I'm working very slowly, but I'm going perfect like a reference photo. Step by step, I can do this. Before adding the shade, I'm coming with 4B grade, adding a little bit dark tone. Again, Faber Castell 4B grade. And as you can see, I'm working very light even with this. Now building this part from the nose to eyes, it gave me the perfect expression of the face. So guys, remember, we draw the expression of the portrait by shadowing. Very light, I'm working with cotton buds and soft brush. If you feel the cotton buds scratching the paper, that means it's too much graphite on the cotton buds, so we turn around and we're working with the clean side. You won't feel the same, I promise. Because it's clean cotton buds, it's working better on graphite. Let's add the pores, and this way we're using eraser. And I'm dotting very light on the paper. In this case I need blank paper to cover my drawing where I'm touching with my hand. In this way my drawing will be clean till the end. As you can see, using this eraser I'm very lightly touching the paper, build the perfect skin tone. I'm going on the first part. If you don't have this pencil eraser, you can use Tombow Mono Zero eraser, but make sure always you clean with your finger or on the paper, wherever you like. I'm always clean my eraser so I can work with clean eraser. As I told you, we're highlighting this part by eraser. We're working on reflected light now. Because eraser is erasing when I dot, I'm coming with soft brush over this part, but remember we cleaned the paper before. And very light, I'm just pushing over. Don't worry, you will not erase the pores, you just smooth the paper. Which is very good. Now if you go too much here, we can repair with eraser. Following reference photo, we need to see how we can go. This one helps us to build perfect outline of the head. Anyway, it's no problem because we need to go darker, we need to draw hair anyway. Let's go top to draw the eyebrows. For drawing the eyebrows, you know already, I show when I draw eyes on TikTok page. But we do again, we draw the outline for eyebrow. And my position is bent so I can have better control of the pencil. And I shade where the eyebrow should be. The first layer is very light with HB grade. What I'm doing now, I'm looking for perfect shape of the eyebrow. When I have the shape for the eyebrow, I'm going for the next step. I'm working on an arch on the corner, but I'm going same light. It looks like I have the shape. I'm going to build the second one. As I told you, always I'm working on both eyes. So we need to build the second one as well. If you see anything on your paper, always clean, because mixed together with the graphite, you will see you won't be happy. I just did. And that's why I'm here to show you how to work clean. We can work clean only respecting the necessary steps and also clean our paper. This way of shade for the eyebrows, as you can see, I'm going by small lines. And of course, I keep the pencil same for shade. Guys, if I'm working too fast for you, let me know. If you work together with me, I'm happy if you understand what we do here. Adi, nu poți să pun ăsta tău așa cu ceva.
Pune cu ce vrei.
Nu știu dacă reușesc să mă aici.
Pune, nu ne găsești că asta...
Că văd mai bine, știi? So I'm happy here, and I'm adding smooth brush. After first layer of HB grade, when you draw eyebrow, remember it's time to add soft brush. Why? Because this is the place behind the eyebrows. Always I'm working like this. I'm not changing because I'm happy with this way. So by shade very light, I'm pushing the graphite into the paper. As you can see, mix very well. And the perfect shape of eyebrow is already respected. As I promised it, guys, we started this portrait, and the chosen one was George. He recommended me to draw Wanda, so we did. And we start to draw Wanda. Now you have also a few of my drawing lessons before this, and you have something knowledge from me about pencils and suppliers. Look at that, how beautiful I can mix this. Build the first part for the skin. Now we don't need to pour this one because we need to draw over eyebrows. The important part to draw eyebrows, I'm working in two layers. One is HB grade, the same Graphgear 1000 HB grade. And now, following the reference photo, I'm checking for designing the eyebrow with first layer. Very light, You should have the reference photo as well, guys. We're adding the first part of the hair. We now press with the pencil at all, working very light. If you respect my steps, you will see how realistic and beautiful eyebrow you can draw. If you remember, guys, to keep the pencil sharp, we rotate a little bit the pencil during the process. In this way, always you will have sharper parts for the hair for eyebrow. And if you remember, guys, when we draw eye on TikTok live stream, I told you about the changing the position and changing the way of draw. Now we need to change. We did the first part of the eyebrow, and now we build from left to right. We build the arch. I'm going slowly, very light, till I'm happy with the design made. I'm very happy with this. I'm going for the second part, and I draw the second eyebrow. Why I draw the first layer very light? If I'm not happy with the drawing, I can erase easy. But we should be happy always from the first time. That's why I'm here to show you guys how to work realistic, step by step. So this is my way to work realistic. Focus on the reference photo. If I'm happy with the design, I can add a bit pressure. And I can look for shadows. We're changing the way. Now we turn the way from right to left. We're drawing the arch, so we need to build this part, looking realistic. I'm adding light shade with soft brush, but this time very light. I like the design of eyebrow made already, so I can repeat with 4B grade to add a little bit dark tone and shadows. Now you will see why I didn't draw the skin where the eyebrow is not risen, is only preparing the skin with shade. One layer with HB grade. And as you can see, if I draw the eyebrow after the brush, the eyebrow becomes smooth, and also I keep the design because I'm going very light. Now it's time to add dark tone, and I'm looking for shadows only where they are. I'm doing the same way by lining for eyebrows, but we're looking for shadows. So we don't need to draw the eyebrows everywhere, as I did for the first time. If you add random lines, like me, you will make your eyebrow looking realistic. And also the shadow, guys. As I told you, for me the shadows and highlights are very important. I like this, so I'm going for the next one. I can add a little bit shadow in the corner. If you draw with me, guys, you can carry on to post on my group all necessary steps, so I can help you if you need to add any more details. As you can see, I can build lightly shadows only with 4B grade over HB grade, even without pressure. But as you can see, if I'm coming over the eyebrow, it will shadow it. And we make close to the reference photo design. I'm coming again with this smooth brush, soft, and I smooth the shadow part. Of course, I'm working very light because I like the design made already. I don't need to press hard because it will mix together very light. Look at that, how nice shadow we have, building like realistic eyebrow. We are already going to draw realistic. I'm so happy with this part going, guys. So we can go up to draw this part, or we can go to draw the nose. I think it's better to draw the up always if you clean the paper on the top side of the paper is better. Let's draw the outline for the crown. HB grey, the first layer. Remember, always light. If you're not happy with the shape, you can erase lightly. If you want to draw outline a little bit darker, go like mid lines, but don't press with the pencil, only when you're happy. You will see how nice you can build the outline. An artist must have a good eye visual, and if you learn to have this, you can draw even by your imagination when you have to draw after blue-red photo. So when I start to draw and when I add the outlines, I'm adding so light, as you can see, it's almost hard to see my outline. I'm using 2H, is the first layer from Faber Castell. And I'm add this lightly because for me it's enough. Added this, I can add unnecessary shadows, or just in case what happened here before, if I forgot to outline something, I'm using my imagination how can be, and also following the reference photo, I can go the same. We do the crown and the round part. Of course, we're going very light. Anyway, we need to add the color red pencils on the crown. I will show you guys, if you carry on to draw with me, how to add the shadows here, make this cheek looking realistic, like a crown pressed a little bit on the cheek. So if you press your hand with the fingers like this, you will have a part of the shadow, as you can see. So I will show you how to add this important part to make the skin looking realistic. That's why I'm here, guys, to show you my way to work. Of course, for free. My lessons are for free for anyone looking to learn. I draw very light this part because I see in the reference photo I have some parts for the hair to add, so it's not necessary to add the pressure now. You like it, George? We carry on. Now we're starting to carry on with the skin. So as you can see, I remove a little bit more refill. In this way, I have the better control of the pencil and bend the paper. Now we need to add the skin, the first part for the skin. To build the shape of the head. This time I'm going by lines and very light, mixed together with the crown. Is very lightly and shiny skin on this part, so I need to make sure I'm going light, using only HB grade, special on this part, where the shadow come from. Hopefully you're happy with my lessons, guys, and with my live drawing. As you can see, I'm adding more grades only with HB grade. And I'm looking to build the perfect skin texture for the first layer. This portrait, guys, will be drawn only with mechanical pencils and colored pencils. Always where we have the shadow, we need to respect the shadows. And now we know to build the gradients. No, mamma, non trovo scuse. Se notate. So let's draw together realistic eyes and also learn in the same time. If you have more friends and they love to drawing, add here on my YouTube channel and tell them they can draw live with me. I'm going with this graphite till the end of the crown on the top side where it's sharper, and also today we build this part for the skin. And I will show you guys how easy it can be to do. First of all, I'm looking to add the first layer for the skin, which is almost everywhere. I need highlights only on the small triangle here on the cheek. But I need to make sure I'm adding graphite when I add the first part for the shadows and shade with soft tissue. I will choose soft tissue for smooth. You will see more gradients on the face, which is good, guys. Be good. No. Now I need to add this shadow from dark to light, losing the pencil on the corner of the eyes. Very light and soft. I'm pushing from 4B grade outside, a little bit HB grade. This makes the skin looking realistic, round. And carry on with the part for the shadows, who is on the top arch on the eye, on the eyebrow. You will see when I'm adding soft tissue, we're changing straight away the layer.
Care bateria 2?
Aia.
Da, o duc sus sau?
Vrei sus? Da.
Eu să mă lăsăm până
Da.
Nu mai de baterie deloc.
Și mai e așa, nu se oprește.
Da, se oprește aia, zic. Nu se oprește.
Și tu cum vrei să oprești?
Se oprește. Da, mă, trec frumos dacă...
Nu vrei mouse-ul, Manu? Uite mouse-ul.
Nu trebuie.
I insist a little bit more on the top side head for shadows, because I will have some shadows from the hair into the crown. You will see, guys, something new today when we shade with soft tissue or toilet paper, whatever you like, how to add the lighter skin without graphite. So stay with me to see how we can do that. We're using the same way as I did with cotton buds or soft brush. Don't worry, I'm here to help you guys and show you everything I know and my way to draw. But remember, if you want to become professional artist, you need to follow the steps and make sure you work on clean paper always. As you can see, I cover with blank paper mine, and I do my best to don't move too often this paper. Sometimes might be tricky this paper as well. If you draw, let's suppose you need to draw the background or the glasses here on the top. What happens if always I scratch the paper on this side? Of course I will break my drawing. When you cover with blank paper, try to fix the paper still. Don't let the paper move too often, which is very important, guys, remember. I'm not going with graphite here because you remember we need to draw the bottom side of the eyes. We're going something like this today, not more, so we have time to finish also with all necessary details. Let's start with more shadows here before adding the shade. So for the part for the spin where the crown is on the corner, we're adding a little bit more shadows. Now we build this realistic skin pressed by the crown. Follow my steps to go in a right way, guys. Stay on the outline as I do, and when you're happy with the grade made, release the pencil and come out. Push the graphite on the top side. As you can see how useful can be a mechanical pencil, guys. Sometimes I draw a portrait with mechanical pencil most of the time. So now you see how easy you can work with mechanical pencil. Even the details, even the shadows. If you want to work with my suppliers, even my mechanical pencils, go on my YouTube description or any video and you can find all my suppliers. Look at that, how nice we built this part already. As you can see, guys, we're not working never on grid method here. I will teach you how to draw freehand using your imagination and also following the reference photo. Look at that, I'm coming more layers, still I'm happy with the skin made, with the gradient and also the shadows. But my pencil is very lightly touching the paper, guys. As you can see, even my position show me I can't press with the pencil. We're coming with the first part of the shade before adding more dark tone. And this helps us to see how long and if I need to go more. Let's see what the soft tissue doing now. And after this, let's see how we can shadowing for details this face, this part for the face. Hopefully you can see very well everything we draw here. Hopefully it's enough zoom for you. I'm looking to take a soft tissue. You know my way to work with soft tissue. You can work with toilet paper, a small one and a softer. Try to find a very soft toilet paper because not all of them are very soft. I'm covering my finger. As you can see, only one side of the paper. And I take all the rest of the paper inside of my palm, something like this. And following the reference photo, of course, you know the shade is from dark to light. I'm looking for the dark tone. Where is the dark one? And by small circles, I'm pushing the graphite to the lighter area of the drawing. As you can see, we're smoothing the paper and we build the first part for the layer, for the skin. And now same here, where the dark tone is. I'm going first to shade the dark tone. If I do this, I will keep the perfect gradient on the skin. And by small circles, I push and mix together with the rest of the graphite. You will see if you do the same way, you make the cheek looking round. And also when you're coming with more shadows, it will be awesome. Now we need to blend this part, make more interesting. Only with tissue and soft tissue or toilet paper on my finger. Now, as I told you guys, we're working with this part of the graphite. As you can see, I have already graphite. I'm pushing very lightly to build the rest of the skin. That's the important part to learn. If you work to do this, you don't need to add too much graphite. Look at that, what's happened with the skin, which is very necessary for the first lighter tone. We don't need darker on this side, so we keep the same as reference photo is. I need only highlights on this part. As I told you before, I'm happy when you're happy, guys. Ceva nu merge bine. Da, să mă ajut. 76. Yeah, meu man. Now, as you can see, we need to add more dark shadow, so I will show you the reference photo to know what we're talking about. We did this part very lightly here, and I'm going dark tone. I'm not adding this part for the hair because I'd like to add a big colors in them. So look at that, this part. I will show you how to add with different grade to make this part of the shadows, who's looking like the crown touching the cheek. I changed already. Mine is Faber Castell 0.5 4B grade. And I draw the outline first, if you remember. Don't worry, the crown will be also dark black here around because it's very shadowed, and we're adding only different colors on the top side to make this more interesting looking. But this part also I need to outlining before adding the colored parts on the crown. Right, the most important part is I will show you everything I told you, and I promise you guys, we work with me, you will learn a lot of things. I'm using dotting tool now because I have here, and I will show you also the reference photo to understand. As you can see, I don't know if you can see very well, but we have some white hair or colored hair, but very messy, you know, just a little bit. I will show you how to do this without any problem. I need dotting tool. So I'm using this one, dotting tool. This is my special tool to add necessary hyper-realistic parts for the hair. So I'm going this close but very light on the paper, and following the reference photo I just scratch my paper where it's necessary to add this extra hair, like this. If you have this dotting tool, try to do the same as me. If you don't have, remember you can use your mechanical pencil, of course without refill, or Tombow Mono Zero eraser. We just try to build some messy hair looking more interesting our portrait. And you will see when we're adding the color for the crown how realistic looking, only with these small details. That was my way to add for most of the portrait, even for Marilyn Monroe. Billie Eilish or more other. Not too many, only a little bit, but it's good to add all necessary details. As I told you, we're working realistic here. Now we don't need to take nothing on this part because it will be closing with drawing the crown. I'm come back on 4B grade and I carry on to add this part for the shadow. I have the outline. You will see when you're coming with a dark tone here, this very nice highlighted part for the hair will be really easy to draw. As I told you, how I keep my refill sharp for longer is rotating the pencil during the portrait. Now by circles I'm coming to add this part for the shadow. It's like a triangle. Starting from this, and I'm going a little bit down to make the illusion like the crown pushing the cheek.
Apăsând obrazul, ideea că e bună. Se
Aș vrea să te învăț engleză. And I'm going by circles, my favorite way to go, and I'm adding the necessary parts for the shadows. You will see how nice we can make this cheek round looking and realistic when we add the shade. Now you need to know and understand how to draw a gradient to draw a realistic face. After I'm happy with this shadowed part, I'm coming with dark tone close to the crown. This helped me to build a gradient and the face, make the face looking 3D. But I'm adding a little bit pressure only on this part. We're nearly finished today, and big thank you for your time, guys. We carry on tomorrow where we are. As I promised, guys, this is a portrait draw with you from A to Z. Let's blend this a little bit so we can see what we did so far. So now I'm not using cotton buds. I can use cotton buds, but I'm not using soft brush. Soft tissue, because my finger is not really good for this designing of the crown, and I'm afraid to don't go more. Anyway, if I go more over the other side, it's no problem because it will be dark tone. But I want to make this perfect. I'll carry on with this brush, and this brush, soft brush, helped me to make perfect line for the dark tone. Forwards and backwards, still I'm losing this shadow into the crown. This makes the cheek looking realistic. Now if I have this from dark tone, I push outside a little bit so I can mix together, make this face a little bit round looking. But as you can see, guys, always be working light. So as you can see, guys, how many beautiful details we can draw, and we can add slowly. Now I can add a little bit soft tissue to mix the rest of the graphite with this part, or I can slowly blend them by graphite, help more graphite mixed together with the 4B grade. And this is HB grade. This helped me to make this part for the cheek a little bit bigger and better for the shadows. Now I can add the rest of the skin by shade with HB grade. From tomorrow, guys, we're working on the bottom side of the eyes and rest of the part of the face, which finish the crown here and the other cheek. Look at that now, so nice looking this mixed together. Only thing is to add a little bit more shade with soft tissue for the part for the skin, and also you will see when we're coming with more shade on the part for the nose, it will be more realistic looking. This one next time, guys. Let's shade this part. Of course, we're looking for great and clean part for the tissue. So don't use the same part. And now I'm going light on the dark tone, and with the rest of the part I try to mix together, make this chip round and realistic 3D looking, and the rest of the skin push very lightly on the top side. I will need a little bit dark tone here so I can play more on this part because I have a little bit graphite. But this is the lesson for today. We carry on tomorrow. Remember, we're drawing the rest of the crown, top side of the skin, not too much to draw, and also this part for the cheek and the bottom side of the eyes. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow with the same 6 o'clock. If I'm not 6 o'clock and a little bit later, don't worry, I will come back later, but we'll be here always. Thank you. Bye bye. 72, mama.
Ce?
72.
Dar puteai să mai stai?
Nu, n-am vrut eu. Prea mult desenez și după aceea fac. Și mă duc repede, mă, cu desenat. Ai văzut cum am desenat? Hai, de văd ăștia.
Poate nu se poate ține după cheie.
Nu se poate, că se vede.
Exact, îți dai seama.